Hello, everybody. Mike Ader here again. Anxiety, episode 119. And I named this one Reality. All right, just my thoughts on reality. Um, First of all, reality is the sum of all that is real or exists within a system, as opposed to that which is only imaginary. Now, anxiety, is it real or is it imaginary? Um, Anxiety, let's talk about it a little bit. You have the feeling, it gives you a feeling, but are feelings real? I don't think so. I don't think they are. I do not think feelings are real. I think feelings are a byproduct of reality. Anxiety is thought that you have given reality to, but it never comes to pass. It tells you that it's going to do something. Future tense. This is what I'm going to do to you. If you do A, I'm going to do B. But that's not what happens. You just don't do A because anxiety told you what was going to happen. If you go ahead and do B, you don't die. You may feel like you're going to. You are going to, or you will. I mean, depending on how much reality you have given this anxiety, depends on the consequences for doing what anxiety says don't do. Um, so with me, used to when I was the neck deep in it, if I got into my truck and I started driving, instantly my stomach would start hurting really bad. Now I knew this day after day after day. I would do this, so I don't even, my stomach's not even hurting, but my mind is telling me when you get in that truck, your stomach is going to start killing you and you're going to have anxiety for hours on top of hours, and then you're going to drink, you know, copious amounts of alcohol and take Xanax to try to make, to make the anxiety go away, and it doesn't go away. What you have to do is you have to realize that at some point in time you have to come to realize, and I've said this in many videos, you have to come to realize that it's told you this hundreds and hundreds of times, and even though the pain manifests in the stomach, I still get it from time to time. But I know now that the pain manifesting in my stomach does not mean that I'm going to die. It doesn't mean that I'm going to pass out. It does not mean that I won't be able to carry out my daily uh, life. It just means that I'm going to have to deal with some discomfort for a little while. And the stronger I am mentally when this anxiety hits me, the quicker it goes away, you know. And I rarely anymore take an L from this anxiety. If I get stupid and I decide to drink, it weakens my brain to the point that, but this is my opinion, it weakens my brain to the point that the anxiety has the ability to override the good programming. And I have videos on all this. That's not exactly where I wanted to go with this particular video. Just reality is that it never, what anxiety tells me, never comes into reality. If you don't have to believe me, but listen, 20 plus years of this is how I know that, okay? It's how I can sit here and tell you. I couldn't have told you this 15 years ago, but I can tell you right now what the anxiety is telling you is not reality. This is reality. Reality is the sum of all that is real or exists within a system, as opposed to that which is only imaginary. Anxiety is only imaginary. It's not real. You have to get this. You have to get this in here. You have to understand that. Anxiety medicines are going to try to override your brain and make you not. It's going to try to make you understand that anxiety isn't reality. It's going to try to deaden that tells you that anxiety is reality, when you don't have to go that route. If you want to, that's fine, try it. But I don't recommend it, because it only, you don't have to have it. It only works for a certain amount of time until it overrides that drug, and then the drug has to be stronger or whatnot. You get this big thing going. It's not reality. What is reality is you are fine. And when anxiety pulls its stunt over and over and over and over again, like it has with me, is the only reason why I can sit here and tell you, you don't have to suffer with it for 22 years. You may always have it, but like you may eventually, I've made videos on this, eventually you end up like me. You realize that it's not real. It's done it so many times that eventually you're just like, well, here's this again, But if you're only in it, if you're only a year in, 6 months in, listen, it doesn't have to get as bad as it got for me. You can just start now and saying, oh, it's not real. It's not real. Anxiety is not real. Look up the definition of real. Look up the definition of reality. Okay? Anxiety does not fit any of those criteria. Okay? All right. I hope this helped. This was a long one. Didn't mean to ramble that long. Like I could go twice that long. I could never stop talking about this, but I try to keep these videos short so that people listen to them. Like, comment, subscribe, do what you do. Mike Ader is out.